What up, Blackstage? How you doing, man? How you doing?
What's going on with it, man? Just chilling, man, getting some music done, doing what we gotta do to make sure it sound great and successful.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Figure we had you sit down, answer a few questions, let the people know what you got going on.
All right, sounds good, man. What you got for me?
Sweet. So for the people who don't know you, let us know who you are and a little bit about yourself, just in a quick blurb.
Yeah, so my nickname is Black, man. Everybody call me Black from the neighborhood, from Toledo, Ohio. I have a production company called Blackstage Productions. I've been in business since I was about 16 years old. I'm 31 now, so whatever math that is, I'm horrible at it. Pretty much, man, I've been doing music itself since I was 11. So my first big show was Glass City Expo, introduced me to a crowd and kind of like the business and all that kind of stuff behind it. So we were passionate for it, me and my brother. Been kind of sticking to it ever since.
Heck yeah. So you say you started with music when you were 11. When did you start making beats?
I started making beats when I was 15 years old.
Okay.
Honestly, the only reason I started making beats was because my brother was a beat maker at the time, and he let me on this Casio keyboard. I remember yesterday trying to do my own thing. Like, hey man, I got an idea. It's when Soulja Boy, I think, came out, and that was a new wave. He was still kind of doing like New York kind of wave. So, pretty much from that, I kind of snuck and used his keyboard and made my first like 2-3 beats. The first time you ever put 808s in anything, so they kind of went, and I became like the guy, kind of from that point.
Awesome. When did you sell your first beat?
Oh, the first sale. That's a good question. I think I actually sold my first beat when I was about, I think the next year. And the only reason I sold that beat was I was making pretty decent quality beats at the time, and one of my guys heard the beat and wanted the beat I made so bad that he offered, like, I think at the time, like $50-$60.
Right. That's a lot of money when you're a kid.
Yeah, your kid, especially, like I said, that's 15 years ago, so
right.
That meant a little bit more than, you know what I'm saying, a lot of shit is, you know, what it is now, but at the time I needed some money. I needed to try to get some shoes I wanted, man. I'm like, fuck, make it happen, man. Give me that 50. You know? And then the rest is history, man. I got that 50. I was like, all right, I'll see what this is. So,
that's sweet.
Yeah, man. That's pretty much how that first beat got sold.
Right. And so, like you said, you have a production company now. Is selling beats the main portion of your production company, or is there other endeavors that you're involved with?
With this, selling beats was, like, I would say, the forefront of it. Now it's almost a multimedia company. I'm actually able to do mixing and mastering, and I dabble with the camera a little bit. I got a couple guys that come through me to do camera work and all that kind of stuff. So it's a bit of a multimedia, but beats were definitely the foundation to get it all done.
That's what got you started into music and business put together.
Right.
Do you have any stories about a project that you worked on that while you were working on it, you thought that it wasn't that good, but then once it was released, it actually did way better than you had ever expected? I
got something close to that. I started actually doing just singles after like SoundCloud hit. I wasn't doing too much projects. I have one thing in particular, the song I did called Stones, and I'll be honest, with that song, it was when that kind of panda wave hit a little bit.
Oh, the designer panda?
Designer, yeah, okay, but I don't know if it sounded like that or not. But long story short with that, I did not like the song at all. Like, I did it almost as a parody, as a joke.
Right.
And I don't know, maybe I could find and dig it up, and when this comes out, I'll probably play like a little bit of the background. But this song in particular, it was almost a parody. Like, this is the first time usually I have like a higher raspy voice when I rap. The song I did with that was like a low voice, like in a low tone, and everybody went crazy over it. I even had a dude trying to do like a video / documentary, like the process of making a song. I never put it out, but I'll see if we can sample it. And but it was to everybody else, it was the best song ever made. To me, it's something to laugh about. You know?
Oh, right, you weren't even ready to taking it serious.
Nah, you know, that's how that goes a lot too. A lot of people make like a banger that they don't even like, and becomes a most successful song ever. So never throw out the shit that you don't like. You never know what happens.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What inspires you the most when it comes to music?
I think that answer ranges a little bit. My whole family's background was music.
Right.
So my dad, he was a bass player slash well, I don't know if the right word is conductor, but he was the he ran like all of the ministry music in any church that he went to. He was in charge of the music. He was in charge of the music. He had his own band and everything. He passed last year. But he had his own band. It was always called the Overton Project, and you can look that up on YouTube. It's all over the place. He's a bigger guy, thumping the bass and all that kind of stuff. So he had his own like business idea, and he was the guy. He was the front guy for that.
Mm-hmm. So you grew up around music.
Oh yeah, my papa was a drummer. He had his own band. I was back in the, I don't even know what time that was, but I'd say 60s, 70s is when my papa had his own. My papa was actually very successful in the stuff he was doing. He had like the first, he was one of the first black owners on the north side of Toledo at that time. And at that time, the north side of Toledo was like more like enriched kind of neighborhoods and all that kind of stuff.
He was one of the first people there.
Yeah, one of the first black people. You know what I'm saying? It was for the people that had that money. You know what I'm saying? He purchased a duplex there, so he was very well respected. Bill Overton, very well respected in the community and everything. So yeah, I've been around music pretty much all my life.
Nice. Are there any artists, big or small, people that we've heard of or that we haven't heard of that you want to work with here in the future?
Man, my honest answer, to be honest, I'm drawing a little bit of a blank. I started to realize a lot of times when I like to contribute or do something, I have to be on the same level-minded as the person I'm doing that with. So if I'm not on the same energy level as somebody I'm working with, maybe I work from a distance from them. But I'm starting to realize I enjoy people and their stories and people and how they connect with what I connect with. So, you know, honestly, I have to say everybody that I wanted to work with, I have, because I got to experience them as a person. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that.
What's the favorite place that you've ever been in your whole life? Like on a vacation or traveling? What's
Orlando, Florida.
Orlando, Florida?
Shit. I lived there for a year with my cousin. I was too young. I did not know what I needed to do and what not to do. Got homesick real quick. Came back the next year, but that was one of the best places I've ever experienced was Orlando, Florida. A big reason was just the weather. Even if you turn the camera right now, you see the weather outside is gloomy. It's always gloomy in Ohio. Never know what's going on. Craziest thing about that, on my way back, I was driving on the way back. I flew there. Was asleep the whole time on the way there. Drove back on a bus, and literally from Florida to coming up back to Ohio, you could see the weather changing and
it was getting slightly more gloomy every
time. It was the weirdest thing. It was so crazy. I remember like it was yesterday, like wow, like I feel like I'm driving back into depression. It was the weirdest, the craziest shit. But yeah, Orlando, Florida, man. Shout out to Vidal Curry. That's my cousin. Like got me out there and gave me a chance to experience something new. I just messed it up.
You'll have to go back.
Yeah, definitely. I gotta head back out there one of these days.
Yeah. What should we be looking forward to here in the near future?
Pretty much anybody I'm kind of working with now. Like I said, the people I work with is my favorite people to work with because that's what I get the experience from and the passion to do music, to continue to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I would say some of the names, but I'm gonna mess them up because I'm horrible with names. You know what I'm saying? But you know, just look out anything that's connected to Blackstage. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a few things coming out. So, shout out to everybody that's working with me. I enjoy it. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't be working with you.
Right. Hell yeah. Well, shoot, I think that's going to wrap it up right quick here. But thanks so much for coming through. Anything else you got to let them know before we shut it off?
Drink more water.
Drink more water, baby.
Drink more water.
Yep,
all right,
thanks so much, Blackstage.
No problem.